Let's see here. So we got some echo going on. Not even sure. I don't think so. It shouldn't. All right, ladies and gentlemen. So I want to take a break, a little bit of a break from dealing with. Well, I'll take a little bit of a break from dealing with the evidence, all that sort of stuff. Today, you know, these body cams take a lot. You know, some aren't the most exciting thing. Some are a little fucking difficult to get through. So, starting to grind my nerves a little bit. So, wanted to go off, or I wasn't going to go on at all today, but yeah, I found this, and somebody let me know what this was the other day, and I'm just going to play this preview. This is a free preview, so I can't imagine YouTube be too pissed off me playing this. So I just wanted to show this with everybody. Get my headphones on so I can listen to it.
One person who was no stranger to the glitz and glamour of Vegas, 64-year-old Stephen Paddock.
He's a regular here.
See, I turn this up a little bit.
What they call a high roller, which means he gambles and pisses away a lot of money.
By all accounts, he's fairly well off financially.
College graduate, smart with numbers, an accountant, worked for such companies as the IRS and Lockheed Martin. He would dive into a habit, 100%.
All right, so nothing we don't already know. This is a advertisement for something that was put out on TV a few weeks back or whatever. This is where all this footage came from. This is where that I know a lot of people saw it because, it was linked to me, which is the only reason I watched it. That person in the community who decided to vomit out the video of what looked like the shooting out the window, I guess came from this series here, and came from this actual show right here. So again, nothing we have heard before. A bunch of talking heads talking about how he's a rich guy and all sort of stuff. That's all just lip service. Who gives a shit? I don't even know who these people are.
Among Paddock's habits, traveling the world, the Mediterranean, Bahamas, Dubai. At one point,
Is that a habit? They call that habit? Traveling. That's a habit. It's weird.
even owned his own airplane.
Ooh, dun 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 dun. He owns his own airplane. Big deal.
What? You got rid of it?
Oh, this fucking guy. Shit. This bullshitter.
He got tired of it. He went on to taking cruises.
With his acting shirt on. What the fuck?
But one of his favorite hobbies, gambling.
He lived the life of the high roller.
Stephen Paddock was...
How do we know it's his favorite hobby? Right? How do we know? I thought it was like a job to him. Fucking, don't you hate your job?
well known at some of Vegas's nicest properties, like the luxurious Wynn Hotel and Casino.
Wow, is this thing glitching? Yeah, it is glitching. Man. The Wynn. Dun, 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 dun. What the fuck? His favorite hotel, the Wynn. How do we know his favorite hotel?
But one of his favorites...
Oh, wait, no. This is his
Mandalay
favorite.
Bay.
It is a beautiful, massive, Vegas-like.
How do you know it's his favorite? What the fuck, man? Is somebody doing seances here or something? Get out a little Ouija board or some bullshit? So I can figure out it's his favorite. How do you know that? That's bullshit.
Hotel.
which is where he checks in on
But she ain't lying, dude. It is a fancy hotel.
September 25th, 2017.
This is Las Vegas, so there is a lot of
Thanks to Laura Loomer, the 25th. Yeah, thanks, Laura Loomer.
video in any hotel, in any casino.
There's cameras everywhere.
You see him checking in at the VIP desk.
You're not waiting in any line.
Yeah, so I don't know if you know how many people watch that, but yeah, I found this room. That's private check-in, right? That's for heavy VIPs.
Okay, he doesn't wait in line at the front desk. He goes to a private VIP room.
Steve Sear, I told you guys in the past, watch some of what that guy says. That guy's legit. So this might actually be worth watching. You know, that guy is the real deal. He's a high-end casino host. And I believe he's independent. So he doesn't work for an individual hotel, which is actually interesting. You know, most of these casino hosts work for the hotel directly. He does not, from my understanding. I think he used to, but because he has stories of him working for individual hotels. But at the same time, he talks about how he can get people into any hotel on the strip. Oops, hit the camera. He has some interesting interviews out there. Really interesting interviews. He's kind of an entertaining guy, man. I guess that makes him good at his job. So yeah, Steve Sear. You ever see him, man? Look him up, man. He's if you're interested in that sort of thing, he's an interesting character.
Paddock checks in to one of the hotel suites on the 32nd floor.
It was known
I couldn't see what the number on that was. Yeah, doesn't matter. I think it said 30.
as the hotel's Vista Suite on the 32nd floor of the Mandalay Bay. This room was stunning.
He's got a bar, he's got a living room, he's got this incredible view of the strip.
This is a place that you could
Yeah, definitely not the same. Well, I mean, obviously, it's not the same room. It's got a little bit of a different layout here. The couches are different and stuff, you know. Cushions are different.
stay for a while if you wanted to. It's kind of like having your own penthouse, really, in Vegas.
At times, Stephen Paddock gambles throughout the night.
Fuck, dude. Really? You gonna use that tagline? Gambles throughout the night. Somebody read the report, I guess. That's or watched the New York Times bullshit on this. Or they all just have the same talking points. I don't know.
Not returning to his room until the early hours of the morning.
Dun, dun, dun.
Almost everyone I talked to said he didn't talk much and he just wasn't friendly.
Kept to himself.
Not a major
Wasn't friendly. I thought he was kind of a goofy character. I thought people said he was, kind of a goofy guy. That wouldn't speak as not being friendly.
majorly social guy, but he did have his girlfriend.
A girlfriend
Dun,
named
dun,
Mary
dun.
Lou Danley.
They had been dating for a while.
She was
Well, that's interesting, right? So if MLD here was, it sounds like baseball league. If she was, I gotta take this off. Tired of that echo. So she was working for the FBI in some capacity or whatever, and this was some big crazy cover up with her involved as far as her being an FBI agent, such stuff like that. Yeah, would she be featured in this whatever this is? I don't think so. I think they would shut this down. So let's keep going.
wasn't with him on this particular trip.
She was in the Philippines.
A trip
Wow. Okay. to the Philippines. But anyways, this is like mainstream media stuff here. So to me, I'm making light of this thing because whenever I see something from mainstream media, I see the same talking points, the same bullshit, and I don't trust a lot of it. It kind of cracks me up that they all kind of use the same taglines, they're using the same script. And it's just weird. So to me, it's this is something I'm just gonna kind of rag on, make fun of.
Attic had booked for her and given her $150,000 to spend.
He doesn't just have his own room, but he rents the room next door, which is an adjoining room. He rents that under his girlfriend's name, so he's got an even larger expanse among this hotel.
Little weird.
Larger expanse among this hotel. Man, really playing this up.
Weird. Okay. Some people with a lot of money are a little weird.
That guy would know. That guy would definitely know, man. He was, I believe, Larry Flint's casino host. I believe that's his claim to fame. That guy's got some stories, man. I listened to some of his stories. Now this is that famous VIP room right here. I know exactly which machines those are. I believe they switched them out. I don't think those were the exact same machines at this point. I can't remember, triple X diamond poker or something like that. What if my stream just got nuked? No, there we are. Yeah, but I've been to this room. This is it's technically, it's in the middle of the casino floor. It's it's a small room though, man. It's got a little you can see the wall there on the left-hand side. That is I don't know, that wall is maybe 3 feet high or something like that. It's got some columns there. Those machines on the left-hand side there, those are up against a column, kind of a little bit of a wall there. But yeah, this is in the middle of the casino floor. This is the VIP room, the high limit room, not VIP, high limit. Big differential there. But let's see if we can get through this. And once I'm done here, I'm gonna talk a little bit about this. I don't know who's in this chat right now, but there's somebody I actually kind of want to communicate with before I go into this.
Always alone.
He wouldn't be in front of his machine.
Always alone. Well, some of the evidence might beg to differ. So yeah, right here he's got a hand pay. He's got a hand pay on one of the machines. He's playing off 2 machines, it looks like. Got a hand pay while he's got a hand pay waiting. Man, this guy gambles hard, dude. This guy goes fucking rough. This right here, this is crazy, right? Because he's got a hand pay on one machine. Looks like maybe $3,400 coming to him. And while he waits for the host, he jumps on another. Oh, okay, you drowned. So, while this is hardcore, dude, because this guy, these are high limit machines. He's probably betting high limit, obviously. He goes from one machine, that thing locks up because now he's got to wait for the attendant to show up, unlock the machine. He goes to another machine. He keeps going, dude. This guy's gambling hard. That money goes quick when you're doing shit like this.
Machine, just him. Didn't want a cocktail waitress around him.
That was weird. It cleared, but it's possible it flashes. I don't know. This dude though, Steve Sear, you know, like I said, look him up. This guy's crazy.
Just a weird dude.
He wasn't looking for friends.
I always wondered if Steve Sear actually knew the guy, right? Steve Sear is he's pretty well known in Vegas, I guess, from what I can understand. He's he's one of the main hosts, man. He's a big time. And I'm wondering if he actually knew Paddock, right? I'm guessing he probably most likely ran into him at some point or another. Because he is a high roller casino host. You know, he's a man. Like I said, watch interviews with him, man. He's kind of a cool dude.
He was there to do a job and to play and drink, I guess.
He was
Play and drink. Where'd you get that from? Somebody's going off script here, man. Somebody's going off script, man. They should have edited that out, man. Someone's going off script. This guy, he just basically said, you know, either they're lying about him not drinking, or this guy doesn't know, or well, Wynn is lying about fucking him not drinking, or this guy's going off script, man. So yeah, somebody needs to rein that shit in. Rein that in, man. You got somebody talking freely on this show here.
the winner at gambling, and oftentimes a loser as well.
Over the span of
Wait. What was your name? Jerry McDonald. Heard that name before, haven't we? Haven't we heard that name? Yeah. So, yeah, Truth Seeker. I'm guessing you know who that is, Jerry McDonald. Because, yeah, well, we know that name, I think. That sounds very familiar. Retired. Is he's not the one working for the. Oh, okay. Well, I have to look at it, see if this guy shows up somewhere else, because I thought McDonald was another one. I know O'Donnell, yeah, but I think this Jerry McDonald is somebody too, and he's retired, so I'm sure he's working for one of these casinos at this point.
Oftentimes a loser as well.
over the span of 6 days,
All right, so on the 26th, he lost 24 grand. They made 81 grand. They lost 7 grand. Didn't he say he was up like 70 grand at one point to Mary Lou? Made a phone call to her, supposedly. Said he was up 70 grand. I don't remember the date on that phone call. So that's interesting. I mean, it could have been if he was talking on the 27th to her on the phone, I guess, yeah, you could say, yeah, 70 grand. If he talked to her on 28th on the phone, yeah, 70 grand would be pretty accurate. The 28th, I believe, isn't that when he wired a bunch of money or whatever? So interesting, right? He's down 24 grand, comes up 81. That would put him at, fuck, man, my calculator's off in my head. But that would put him at, Jesus, 57 grand? 57 grand positive. Then he goes down another 7 grand. So that puts him at 50 grand positive. And he goes down 125 grand. Right. So we can deduce from this that the 29th he gambled heavily. We could probably figure this out if, you know, and that would probably be just as simple as looking at the report, which I didn't do before I went through this, and I don't remember shit, so that's not going to happen. But, yeah, so he lost 125 grand on 29th. That means he gambled very heavily on the 29th. Now, 30th, he came up 40 grand. Considering house always wins, unless he had a big payout, and then just put a bunch of it back. You know, the 30th, I think was the night where supposedly he gambled a lot, right? So throughout the night, whatever bullshit. So he came up 40 grand on that night. I don't know. You know, that seems a little sus to me, man. Doesn't seem to work out for me as far as timeline goes. Anyways, let's keep going.
Paddock loses over $44,000. But hotel
44,000.
surveillance video shows more than just Stephen Paddock's gambling habits. Paddock is seen bringing in suitcases and bags, 24 bags in all,
Yep.
over the course of his 7-night stay. All caught on video.
Yeah. Most of which we don't have. So, okay. Ah, damn it. I wanted to freaking pause on that. Let's see if I can. Damn it. Hold on.
One person.
There we go. All right. So, this thing aired Sunday, February 21st at 9 p.m. It's interesting because somebody of mine at work came and told me about this when it happened, but he didn't know the name of it. So, eventually people started asking about it, and once I got to that point, I got some friends that are very, very good at finding stuff, as far as TV shows, videos, stuff like that. And I bugged them. A couple days later, they got back to me. I can find this. Right? I can get this. I can show this. It's not that fucking difficult. Really, this was fairly simple. It took a couple days because this is an actual canceled show here. They basically they aired 4 episodes in one night. They just basically spit out the entire show because they're pretty much done with it. I think they only aired 4 of them and then just fucking throw them out there, just vomit them out there because apparently the network didn't care. Here's the deal. I can play this. I can show this. But if I do, I'm probably going to get a strike for it. Most likely. I'm going to get copyrighted on this motherfucker. With fair use, I don't know, exactly how a lot of that stuff works. But, I can... If you want me to tell you how to find it, I can tell you. I can do it publicly right here. I'll tell you what, right now, Truth Seeker, since you're in this chat, and since you're chatting to me, I want you to tell me. Are you willing to go down that path and get a strike? You want me to tell you how to find it easily and how to stream this son of a bitch? Are you willing to, put your channel at risk? No, it's not on demand. That's not where I'm. It's easier than that. It's easier than that. I mean, if you want, right now. All right, so here's the deal. This thing is, it's on YouTube. This thing's on YouTube. It is not, it's behind a paywall on YouTube. That's what this is. Anybody can watch this fucking thing. All you got to have is a subscription to YouTube service. That's it. And I have not yet watched it. So, but you can, watch this thing on YouTube. And you do have to have a subscription. There's a free trial for anybody who wants to sign up. Last time I did this was, I believe, with Cobra Kai, the series. And every community has sock accounts, right? Or at least the majority of people do. If you don't, it ain't too hard to make one, man. I mean, fucking, obviously it ain't hard to make them. So, all you got to do, stuff goes, and their new format is kind of retarded. But, all you got to do is go online, look this up. Lies, Crimes, and Video, HLN. No audio. So if you tried to run this, through StreamYard and in a window with YouTube playing, that should work. That should honestly work. You shouldn't have a problem with that. I don't see, because you're going to have the audio, right? Now, I'm not talking about DVRing this shit. I'm talking about just playing it, right? Just like I played this. And that shouldn't be that difficult. So, sorry for the dead air. So deal is, you know. Oh, I had no audio. Okay. All right. So here's the deal. Here's the deal. Anybody that's watching, anybody that's going to watch this, you want to see this thing? All you got to do, it's pretty simple. You just go on YouTube, go on the internet, go whatever browser you're using, look this up, Lies, Crimes, and Video. Season 2, HLN. I just looked it up as Lies, Crimes, and Video, HLN. You're going to come down with a list of shows that were for this thing. To my knowledge, this is canceled. This series is canceled. All they did was they did 4 shows on the season 2 of this. And that was it. That was it. So, you know, what's going to happen here is, I'm guessing, if you played this shit, because this is behind a paywall, right? They want money for this. If you played this online, you're probably going to end up on a oh, here, let me see if I can find it real quick. Hold on. I'll do this real time. And sorry for the dead air, but unfortunately, that's all we can do. Okay, so let's see, episodes. All right, so here we go. Let's do this. All right. Let me see if I can mirror this. Hold on, it's gonna take a second. Yeah, you're probably gonna get a strike, dude. So what I'm saying is, this may not be something that you want to. Whoops, remove that shit. This may not be something you want to share publicly on your channel if you're afraid to get a strike. Me, I don't really care all that much, but you know, I don't want to. I don't know, man. You know, I'm kind of getting into this. All right, so type into a search engine, right? Oh, am I sharing this? Yeah, I am sharing this in there. Yeah, okay, so that should be shared. Whenever this comes up, give me a second, man. Let my YouTube stream catch up here. All right, so anybody who wants to watch this, man, here's what you do. So we are on. Look up Lies, Crime, and Video. All right, well, shit, I'm gonna watch it then, man. But I'm just trying to tell people how to find this thing if if they want to find this. This has been elusive, right? People are, you know, and it's funny, right? Because I'm gonna show you something here, man. I'm gonna show you something that's gonna be a little fucked up, but at this point, I don't give a fuck. Because you know, people play games, and I'm tired of fucking people playing games on this thing. So, fuck them. All right, so here we go. Here's this this thing here. This is the promo for this show. And we scroll down, start looking at comments. Got someone saying that you know, they live there and all that sort of bullshit. You know, some dude talking about helicopters. Fuck helicopters. That's stupid. Channel no longer exists. Still posting. Well, it's gonna be crazy. Blah blah blah. All this shit. Oh shit! What do we have here? So somebody knows what this was, and yeah, bro, keeping secrets. Not into keeping secrets, man. I remember asking you what this was, where the context of this was, where you got this, and yeah, I'm not a fan of that, man. I don't like that bullshit. I don't like that trying to be first in, best dressed, all that bullshit. I don't care, man. This This is about a crime, not about you. Sorry, but that's fucked up. All right. So, anyways, go to this, man. Lies, crimes, video. Right? We're lies, crimes, and video. So catch up. Make sure I'm all right. I'm live. Go to episodes, right? So go to episodes. Second episode of this season is the one we're looking for. If I can get this thing to scroll, you go to watch. It's called 1 October Massacre on the Strip, right? Go to watch. YouTube TV subscription. Yeah, I mean, I'm just talking shit, man, because I remember asking him in the video where he got that thing, and he was very cryptic about it. He's been cryptic with me for a while now, so fuck that. Anyways, go to this, man, and here you go, man. YouTube TV, try it for free, $65 a month. Which, fuck, dude, you kidding me? That ain't worth it, dude. YouTube, you're ripping people off. That's bullshit. Come after me. I really don't care. No contracts, hidden fees available nationwide. So yeah, you can try this for free. And I don't know what the what you call it is now. The timeline and how much they give you for free on this thing. It used to be 2 weeks. Now I don't know what it is. It's on the screen right here, True Seeker. If you want this, you want to watch this right now, you can. It's not hard. I'll tell you what I used to do, since I have, multiple accounts as far as, one for, television in my house, one for my VR headset, one for, this bullshit, and one for music, for work. You can bounce around different accounts. You could have a different account, sign up for this free trial. They're going to ask for a credit card. And what I did last time is I basically just tried it, did it for 2 weeks. And in fact, what I would do is I would go on there and I'd sign up for this BS, and then I'd immediately cancel it. Immediately. Just cancel it out. So they don't get any money out of me. Me being a little paranoid, being a little crazy about this sort of stuff, because, a lot of times they don't like canceling things. What I would do is I would use a burner credit card, man. Use a prepaid credit card. Go into your local Walgreens, CVS, whatever it happens to be, and put yourself $20 on a credit card or whatever it happens to be, and spend that $20 somewhere else. Put it into this. It'll hook you up. That way they can no longer take money once that $20 is gone. Buy yourself something on another website, Amazon or some bullshit like that, for $20. Spend that money. That way, when it comes time for these guys to collect, if they try to collect after the subscription is over and you canceled it, then they can't get any money out of it. Yeah, that's how I do free trials. That's exactly how I do free trials. But like I said, if you want to find this, if anybody out there wants to find this, that's how you can watch this thing. And you can watch it anytime right now. I have not yet watched this, but like I said, I have some friends that are very good at finding TV shows and stuff like this at discounted prices, I guess. And so they eventually got back to me, figured it out, and saw that this was actually on YouTube for a subscription basis. So, again, you try the subscription for free, go on there and hammer it out, knock it out. You're right. I probably could show it to a point because, I do stop it all the time, and I do, do stuff like that. So maybe I can. I don't know. So you actually did see it. All right. Well, I haven't even seen it, man, to be honest with you. To me, it's interesting because you have that guy, Steve Sear, on this. And that Steve Sear guy seems to know Vegas inside and out. It's kind of his job. And so that is interesting. Some of these other idiots that we're talking on there, I don't know who the fuck they are. And, I don't take their word for much. As far as the narration goes, it sounds like another New York Times piece where, New York Times is sitting there saying, they're going off of, the script they were given. And I don't trust that. So, a lot of these people just seem to be reiterating that script, or this narrator seems to be reiterating that script. You're not going to find the smoking gun, I don't think. Well, you find a gun shooting out a window, apparently, because that was shown to us. You're going to find some, some pictures that we haven't seen before. But, that little slide that they showed, that was actually interesting, right? Because we're seeing how much he supposedly lost. And Mandalay Bay would know that, So, that's kind of interesting. Right, because it said he lost. Let's see if we can find it here, man. Let's go back to this. Let's go back. Like I said, this is just a preview, so I don't think there's going to be a problem in sharing this. If there is, I really don't care. At this point, who gives a shit? Let's see. Lies, crime, and video. Wait, no, that's the wrong one, man. Screwing up today, man. Screwing up. Set on stupid. Let's see. So let's share. We're going to. The problem is that's they're both titled the same. All right. So here we go to our lovely comment here. Oh, also, I noticed he commented under here. He could have just done a video and told us where to find this thing. That would have been completely cool. But you didn't. So let's see. What do we got here? Let's see if I can find it real quick. Maybe not. Oh, yeah, there it is. All right. So, that's an interesting slide. That's a very interesting slide right there. I said 26. Didn't lose that much money. Go back in the report. Let me see. You know what? Why not? Let's do this, man. Let's do this live right now. I got some time. BD, let's see. The final report. Las Vegas shooting. Let's see. Criminal investigation report. All right. Let's see if this is the final or if this is a prelim. It says, final. Okay. The final. Let me load this up. This will save me from having to do some of the, some of this stuff later in videos. So what do we got here? We got the 19th, let's see, the 20th. So we started on the 26th on that thing, right? So 26th, 25th, the 26th. All right. So what we got here? We got, let's screen share that. All right, we don't need sound. So let's see here. What do we got? How much did you gamble this day? Yeah, I know the way it was. And I saw Ace's video, man. Yeah, I did see that. That's kind of what put a fire into my ass to find this thing. I haven't been looking that long for it. So here we go. Patrick spent time in his home Mesquite. He was in Mesquite in the morning there, the afternoon, whatever. Paddock completed a wire transfer, $50,000. So that's on the 26th. So we don't have anything before 26. So we don't know how much money he was up at that point. Paddock drove to Mesquite to the Ogden. Paddock walked around, gambled at the El Cortez Hotel. So did he lose? Fuck, dude, it would take forever. Let's see. What was that number? I'm not going to screen share this again right now, but that number was $24,275 he lost on the 26th, right? Did he lose that at the fucking El Cortez? That's going to take some time, man. El Cortez, I don't know. Maybe they have a high limit room. I didn't see it while I was there, but I guess it's possible. Drove Mandalay Bay. Paddock valeted his vehicle, Mandalay Bay, and took 6 suitcases, 1 rolling suitcase, up to room 135 by way of service elevator. With the help of a bellman. Yeah, okay. Okay, he did start gambling, right? So he gambled. He started gambling 11 o'clock that night. So I guess completely possible, the way this motherfucker's gambling, that he could have lost $24,000 in an hour. All right. So we're good there. Now, what do we got next? We bleed into the 27th here. He stopped gambling 7 o'clock in the morning. So according to this, on the 27th, he came up, and let's screen share that just so you know I'm not bullshitting you. Let's see. This is a pain in the ass, but it's the best I can do right now. Whoops. That's the FIT report. No. We just saw the FIT report. We know about the FIT report. Sorry for the dead air. Let's see. Live crime video. All right. So 81,000, right? So up to 7 o'clock in the morning, he won 81 grand, I guess. So, yeah. I don't think this probably doesn't have to do with the El Cortez. I'm guessing they didn't even bother with the El Cortez. I honestly don't know how much he gambled at the El Cortez. Like I said, El Cortez, man, that's a low roller casino, man. That's I don't know, man. When I was there, I was there, of course, 3:30 in the morning. Everyone's drunk. It was kind of crazy. I didn't really feel comfortable being there, man. I really didn't. I've been in some bad situations before, and I just had this feeling like I'm in a bad situation when I'm over there on that side of the strip or on that side of Fremont. But yeah, that's I don't know, man. Yeah. And that was before all this crime rate increase in Vegas. So yeah, that was a little freaky. So he won 81 grand, and then he lost 7 grand on the 28th. So let's look and see what we got on the 28th, right? As far as what they're saying he gambled and stuff like that. Let's share the screen. Now we want the FIT report. We're doing this real time. So, and this is the way I normally work. So at 7 o'clock, stop gambling. Okay, so this is the 81 grand day. Room service order. Okay, spent $100. It's a lot of money on room service, man. I'm telling you, man. I stayed up there, man. Room service ain't that expensive. So he ordered a lot of food this night, and made it in the room till it was clean. Valet, went to the Ogden, drove Mesquite, Walmart Mesquite, purchased luggage, razor blades, fake flowers, and a vase. Fun stuff. All right, so then we get into this. Mesquite purchased a rifle, deposited 14 grand into a Wells Fargo account, 14 grand. So at this point, he just he's up 50 something grand. He deposited 14 grand of that. So that would put him down to about, 36 grand in his pocket, I guess. And hey, what's up? And, and then wire transfer 50 grand to an account in the Philippines. So, one thing that's funny about this is, the way it's written, and, you guys correct me if I'm wrong on this. The way this is written, if we're taking this verbatim, which I don't always do, but he deposited 14 grand into a Wells Fargo account and wire transferred 50 grand to an account in the Philippines. Now, is that saying that he took that 50 grand, he wired it through Wells Fargo, or did he wire that some other way? What's that other bullshit that wires money around the world? Or, you know, did he actually use Wells Fargo? Did he throw 14 grand in there and then throw a total of 50 grand into an account in the Philippines using this Wells Fargo account? Or did he fucking throw 14 grand into a Wells Fargo account for some fucking reason? And then wire transfer 15 grand into an account in the Philippines using whatever other services are out there. I can't even remember, Western Union or something like that. Don't know. You know, a lot of people are saying that would flag shit. That would flag you, you know, if you're sending 50 grand to an account in the Philippines. Well, what happens when you Western Union it, right? Does that flag you and shit? I don't fucking know. I've never even tried. I don't know. Anyway, so anyways, he lost, I think, 7 grand this day, right? He lost $7,000. So cell phone was located in Mesquite, deposited, yeah, okay. Deposit at Wells Fargo and transferred. See, it's vague on that, but I don't know. He could have used Wells Fargo to do it, I guess. I don't fucking know. Paddock purchased bolt action rifle. Paddock drove the area of Mesquite, landfill. Yeah, okay. Paddock traveled to Mesquite, Mandalay Bay, and parked in the valet. Paddock entered Mandalay Bay with 2 rolling suitcases and a laptop bag. All right, so he's got his luggage with him. He ain't going to go gamble at this point. Fool's going to go up to the room. I began gambling at, he began gambling at 10:18, right? So he gambled for a couple hours, lost 7 grand before midnight, it looks like. So now we're going on to the 29th. So what have we got on the 29th here? Let's go back to what we were doing. Let's see, we need the video now. Whew, he lost big on 29th, man. Fool lost a lot of money on 29th. That's big numbers, man. That's a hell of a number, man. You could buy a house out there for that much money. All right, so he lost big on 29th, and then he came up 40 grand on 30th, right? So let's go back. Let's look at a little bit of evidence. All right, so what we look at? We're looking at the 29th, right? Let me see here. Let's see. We're looking at the 29th, lost 125,000, and then on the 30th, lost 40,000. So 29th, stopped gambling at 5 in the morning. So in those 5 hours, lost 125 grand. That's a lot of fucking money, man. That's huge. I don't remember what that video showed as far as what day that was. I don't think it was the 29th though. I thought it was the 30th for some weird ass reason. At least that's what's sticking in my head. Stopped gambling, which he's doing continuously through the night. Yeah, fuck, whatever. Ate Mizuki sushi, yeah, whatever. Cleaned by staff. Checked into room 134. You know, I mean, like, think about it, right? He just gambled 124 grand. And I don't know if this was the night he was using Mary Lou Danley's card. I guess he'd rather gamble his money away and, you know, pay way more for that room than is necessary. And, you know, put enough points on Mary Lou Danley's card by gambling that much money so that he could get that extra room. Anyways, so, all right, well, maybe he did wire from Wells Fargo, or maybe that's just one of these, Mandela effect things that we all take as truth because, you know, we just saw, you know, that statement right there. I don't know. All right, but anyways, so he lost a bunch of money on this day in that morning. Then he goes and gets a fucking room. Now, I'm guessing, regardless of whether that was the pattern or not, that was the idea or not, or that was what he was actually doing, I'm guessing that 124 grand was what built up the points on Mary Lou Danley's card. That way he could actually get this room, or at least that put enough, you know, that put some points on her card, I'm guessing. I don't know, but I'm guessing. So Paddock checked into 134 that day from the VIP checking counter, which, yeah, we know where that is. Paddock took guest elevator, 32nd floor, entered the room, remained inside the room for a while there. Room service ticket, right? So yeah, he didn't. He lost a lot of money this day, and we do have that on here. So on the 30th, drove to Mesquite. And what did he lose this day? What he was down. He was up 40 grand this day. The 30th, I believe, is when he made 40 grand. Paddock drove Mesquite. Paddock returned to Mandalay Bay with 4 suitcases. Hotel staff, service private minibar. Do not disturb signs went up. Paddock asked rooms 135, 134 clean. Paddock declined. Paddock removed his vehicle from valet and parked in the self-park garage. Paddock exited the parking garage elevator with 2 suitcases, rolling bags. Seeing guest elevator. Okay, so where did he gamble? Where did he gamble on the 30th, man? Where did he gain $40,000 on 30th, right? Because that's what they're saying. We just read that. We just read the evidence. So something is out of sync as far as this goes. All right, this right here. Something's out of sync on that. He came up $40,000 on a day he didn't gamble. At least they didn't show it in the report. Now, I know people can be assholes, and I could be an asshole about this too, and say, well, they're not going to tell you. I mean, he could have just thrown $10 into a machine and got a jackpot as he was walking around with his bags. Nah, you don't seem like that type of guy. So, I don't. Yeah, I agree. Yeah, we don't know where the TV show gets their information. I would think this would come from Mandalay Bay. These are pretty specific amounts. I mean, they're all rounded up to the 5 there, but these are pretty specific amounts. I think when you're high rolling, I think everything's gonna be rounded up to the 5. I don't think you're gonna have any dimes and cents in that stuff. But they could have just rounded up anyway. And Mandalay Bay would know exactly how much he's gambling, right? Because of the cards, the players' cards, all that sort of stuff. They're gonna know exactly how much he's gambling. Now, this could have been run off of his player card alone. It could be run off of, well, the fit is wrong, dude. We know the fit's wrong. We know that fucking, that timeline is busted as fuck. And we all know that. So, I'm not saying that timeline is right. I'm just saying that this is another one of those instances where you can say that timeline is fucking broken. It doesn't work. And straight up, it don't work. And anybody says otherwise is a fucking moron. But, so there we go with that. And I'm not going crazy conspiracy with this. That's not a conspiracy. That's pretty much just straight facts. That timeline does not work in its entirety. All right, so then we got the first, right? First, he lost eight grand. Let's see what we got in the fit report as far as gambling goes on the first. To see how well he did, how much time he did. It'd be interesting to break down per minute and all that sort of stuff, how much he was losing per minute. So let's go back to the report, right? So we got 30th, right? And according to this report, he didn't gamble on 30th. Let's see if we even have time for him to gamble on 30th, right? So he drove Mesquite, not gambling Mesquite. Returned Mandalay Bay with 4 suitcases, 6 in the morning. All right. Probably went to sleep most likely till about 12. But we do have time there where he could have, if the guy don't sleep, I mean, if he's a fucking zombie, I guess there's time there where he could have went downstairs and won 40 grand. But then after that time, I mean, he got 45 minutes. He didn't win no 40 grand in that fucking period of time. Paddock was asked if he liked the rooms clean. Paddock declined. All right, so he declined. So then 50 minutes later, he removed his vehicle from valet, parked in self-parking garage. I don't think that's enough time to really gamble for a guy like this. So I would say that's a no. 15:08, and then at 15:12, he got out of the parking garage with 2 suitcases, rolling bags. And then at 15:20, Paddock was seen in the guest elevator, 2 rolling suitcases, and took them to his room. All right, so moved a bunch of bags around, and then we go silent after 3:20 in the afternoon, which is weird, right? What? You know what, dude? I'm off, dude. I'm off. Wait. I may be screwed up. Okay, so 1952. I forgot to scroll down here. Yeah, timeline fit doesn't work. Yeah, it doesn't work at all. And that's just what I'm doing here. This is just an exercise in poking holes in the timeline. At almost 5 o'clock, he drove from Mandalay Bay to Mesquite. Okay, so about 5 o'clock. So up here we got at 3:20, he's seen the guest elevator, 2 rolling suitcases, and took them to his room. All right, so we got a couple hours there, so that's 2:20. He left about 5 o'clock. We got a couple hours there, I guess. Yeah, could have dropped a couple dimes in the machine, no problem. We're doing good here. I mean, like I said, if I want to be an asshole and I want to fix their report, yeah, I could make it work. October 1st. Now, October 1st, let me go back and look at how much he won on this because my memory sucks. He lost $8,000 on October 1st. Didn't gamble much, apparently. Paddock left Mesquite, South Park Garage, Mandalay Bay, walked around the casino, gambled. Okay, so he gambled for 4 hours. 4 hours. And he only lost, how much did he lose? I lost $7,000 or something like that. $8,000, 8.5. So he lost 8.5, in a couple hours. So I guess, it's possible. Yeah, he did good. He did really good that day. He just threw it all back in the machines. I don't know. Used his own Mary Lou's player's card. Okay, so this is the night he supposedly used Mary Lou Danley's player card. But, okay, so maybe he didn't use Mary Lou's the time before that, just fitting it in, but maybe it's possible it didn't. It's possible he didn't use it until this day, I guess. Whatever. Doesn't really fucking matter in the long run. But, so we do have a lapse in gambling in the timeline on the 30th. So that's one thing that I see that's coming out of this that is a problem. And on that 30th, he lost, or he gained $40,000. I mean, he did good. He did really good on that 30th, man. He came up. So, where did he come up? Maybe it's possible he went through some money into the machine to, just for shits and giggles at some point within this crusade here, and threw some money in that machine, and all of a sudden came up with, fuck this, I'm walking away, because he lost $120,000 the night before. I don't know. I mean, I don't know his attitude on stuff like that. But that's about all I'm getting at. And let me put the sound back on. So that's why I don't usually do things real time. There's too much dead air. It's a pain in the ass. But, as far as doing the investigation, and they even used that shitty ass photo, from, I'm guessing that photo had to come from Eric, right? That photo had to come from Eric because he's in the photo. So I'm guessing that was an old family photo. They didn't have anything better. I guess they didn't take a lot of pictures. He's a regular here. All right. You see a smile on that guy's face? With the material that this guy's talking about, he's smiling. And you know, and he's part of the police department, man. Yeah, he's enjoying this, man. He's enjoying this interview, man. He's famous for a fucking minute. I don't know who that girl is, man. I'm gonna have to watch this because I'm curious who she is to be the expert on Stephen Paddock, or she's just following timeline stuff. She read the FBI report. That's how good investigation journalism goes these days. McDonald. He was also a mail carrier. Now, I don't know if this is common knowledge or not. Yeah, okay. That's what I figured. You know, I'm gonna watch it eventually. Now, he worked for the IRS and Lockheed Martin, right? Yeah, okay. But he also was a mail carrier, right? Now, I don't know how many people know this. You know, I don't know. But a long time ago, I knew a mail carrier. I was talking to him about some shit, and I don't remember where this came from. I can't even substantiate it. You can probably look it up online and see if it's actually true. But he was telling me that when the FBI does an investigation on people, one of the things that they do is they keep track of mail. They use the Postal Service as a surveillance tool, see where your mail's coming from, where it's going, stuff like that. And they use people at the post office for stuff like that. Again, not sure how much truth there is to that. This was a long time ago. I mean, we're talking the 90s. So when mail was still a big thing, email wasn't even really a big thing back then. So it existed, but it wasn't a big thing. And so interesting, right? Works for the post office. So still government job, you know, still working for the man, you know. Big brother. Yeah, I heard that too. Library. I think the library came out a little later. That was after things like the Anarchist Cookbook and shit started coming out, you know, and things started getting crazy with that. I believe that's when the library system started getting corrupted, and as well as even bookstores, right? They keep track of what you are buying at Barnes and Noble. Certain books were flagged for that sort of stuff. So yeah, there was a lot of that going on. I agree with that. I knew some people that worked at bookstores back in the day. This fucking guy. Oh, shit. Connect, serve, perform. Central Community Arts, Florida. The fuck, man. I got some stories, but yeah, not for this, not public. This fucking guy, yeah, this guy's full of shit. Don't believe anything comes out of this guy's mouth at all. Period. And that's honestly, that's thanks to you. That's thanks to you, Truth Seeker. Yeah, I just don't trust this guy. So he was well known. So that means this Steve Sear guy should know who he is. A pretty good idea. Why did they bring up the win? Why did they bring that up? What does the win have to do with any of this? That makes no sense. That makes absolutely no sense, right? Why did you just slander the win? You know, was that an FU to Steve Wynn? because there was no reason, and I know everything gets curated through this bullshit. I know they're not, playing with words here. They're not just, putting filler in. Why did they show the win, and why did they actually, put emphasis on the win and name the win? I mean, they name dropped the win for a shooting on the Strip. That is some slander. That is some bullshit. That's what we see with the media these days, with all the bullshit going on in our society. Why did they do that? That is, that ain't right. That ain't right. Something's fucked up there. All right. So I like what you just said there. Right. MGM went after the win after the owner gave the interview. Yeah. So Steve went. The interview about their security. Yeah. I understand that and I agree with you, but why did this HLN, I believe owned by CNN, which fuck CNN, but why did they throw Win under the bus? Now I don't remember. I'm actually kind of curious what show Win actually went on when he said that. I don't remember because back then it didn't fucking matter to me. But why did they throw that hotel under the bus? Because that's what they just did. That's messed up, man. Because they're talking about a shooting on the Strip. They came from the Mandalay Bay. Had nothing to do with Win whatsoever. At all. Whatsoever. Of all the fucking hotels up and down that Strip, they fucking ratted out the Win right there. Yeah. And I'm pretty sure that's probably what it was. MGM is very powerful in Vegas, and so that was probably a big FU to MGM at that point by Steve Wynn. And so as an FU back to the Win, all that stuff started catching up, and they probably had some issues with the MGM suddenly. And they're probably starting to get pressure on the Win. So the Win chairman or shareholders or whatever the fuck powers that be, kicked him out, booted him out, and, the Me Too movement was still a thing back then, which I guess kind of still is, which is kind of bullshit because honestly, they voted for fucking Biden. So yeah, that don't make a lot of sense. Plus they want to get rid of police. So that helps you out with the Me Too movement. That's great. Let's not get into politics. Yeah, but okay, so here's the deal, man. Here's the deal. Why this? Why, I understand that the MGM and Win are probably butting heads, right? They probably don't like each other at this point. They're probably pissed off. MGM is probably really pissed off that Win threw them under the bus. But why this? Why would CNN, attack the Win Hotel? Why would they do that? Because that's what I see here. That is a blatant attack right there. That's some fucked up journalism right there. And why would they do that? Why would you do that? Is MGM somehow in charge of this programming here? Does MGM definitely has their own studios, stuff like that. Maybe they produce this. But to me, that's interesting. I don't know, what power MGM has over this broadcast of this. I think my internet went out. Okay, there it is. Well, I mean, you're not you're not attacking the narrative. By attacking the win, you're not attacking the narrative at all. That there's absolutely 0 point in putting that in there. There was like no point in putting that in there whatsoever, unless you're just trying to smear the unless you're trying to smear the Wynn Casino. There's no point in putting that in there. So why? That doesn't make any sense. And they even felt compelled to put it on the preview for this. So people that aren't even interested in watching the actual, kind of like what I'm doing here, people that aren't actually even interested in watching the actual video itself are going to see that. That's not right. That, like I said, that is some fucked up journalism, and that's some spin. And that's what we see in the mainstream media all the time. Yeah, I'm sure that whole show is going to push narrative. I mean, they're not going to release anything that's not going to push narrative. So yeah, I mean, that's what's going to happen. That's just the way it is. That's mainstream media, man. Mainstream media is going to push narratives. That's what it is. I don't expect them to push conspiracies at all. Period. Anything outside the narrative, I don't expect them to push. That's not the way our journalism works these days. Our journalism is watered down. It's lazy. People don't do investigations anymore. Now what they do is they just, read talking points on TV. They become very fucking lazy. Yeah, but Wynn has nothing to do with the narrative of this thing at all, whatsoever. Nothing. Wynn had nothing to do with this shooting whatsoever. The only thing that had to do with it is the guy gave an interview a while later saying service elevators, And when he said service elevators, I know it threw everybody into a tailspin, and they had to start probably releasing footage of, the service elevators, him getting on them and stuff like that. But the realistically, maybe that was a big FU to MGM. Maybe that pissed him off, right? I mean, think about this, right? MGM is sitting here with all this information. They know everything that went on. They have every camera angle, everything. So MGM's sitting here on this information here. And do you want to show pictures of a guy bringing up 30 bags at a time? That makes you look bad, right? That makes you look bad. Because now we have an understanding of how he got these guns up into that room. And you fucking helped him. You brought them up for him. That is, kind of a bad thing. You don't know what's in the bag, so you can't necessarily blame them. But still, there is a spin there that can look really bad on the MGM. And wouldn't it be easier for them to just ignore the service elevators and say, this guy just brought a bunch of bags up? He just brought a bunch of bags up, man. Here's a picture of an elevator. He's got 2 bags. Look at this. This don't look weird, right? Everybody brings 2 bags up with them. That's normal. That's not a big deal. But all of a sudden now we see a cart full of this shit with one of their employees wheeling this shit up to his room. Now you can ask some fucking difficult fucking questions there. As far as how could you not know? Those bags had to be heavy. What were you thinking was in those bags? Stuff like that. And it could also lead to some complicated interviews with some employees that might actually have their doubts. But anyway, the whole point is, Wynn had nothing to do with this. The Wynn Hotel had nothing to do with this whatsoever. Absolutely zero to do with this. The only thing that he had to do with this is, he may have pissed off MGM. But what's that got to do with CNN sitting here doing this fucking HLN bullshit show and actually putting Wynn in the promo for this show, and bashing that hotel? There was no reason to bash that hotel there. There was no reason to add Wynn into this episode whatsoever, period. Unless they actually show in that video Wynn, and I don't know because I haven't watched the whole thing, unless they actually show in that video Wynn slamming the Mandalay Bay, doing that interview, and they actually show that interview, and that is the context for that interview. That is possible. That's possible, and I don't know. But to put it in the promo, that's dirty. That's dirty. There ain't nobody watching this stuff. I don't think they care about 100 people, right? I don't think they give a shit. You know, this is an interesting conversation, though. You know, I don't think they care. And I think in the early days, they did care. I think it was a big deal in the early days. And, you know, we had, you know, Lombardo come out in his press bullshit, you know, saying that, you know, we've heard, well, the night of the shooting, he said, you know, we heard on social media there are bombs here, or whatever the fuck he said. I don't even remember the context, but, you know, he mentioned social media. And so at that point, we know he's listening. You know, somebody's listening. Somebody's giving him information saying, hey, I heard this, I heard that, blah, blah, blah. You know, possibly could be maybe his daughter sitting at home. I don't know if he has a daughter or not, but, you know, it could be, you know, some family member of his, you know, texting him saying, hey, I heard there's a bomb here. Are you okay, Dad? You know, whatever. I mean, there could be stuff like that happen, you know, without getting too crazy into that. But they were monitoring social media at that point. They realized that there was a conspiracy crowd, you know, rising on social media. Later, he mentioned in another interview, and I don't remember who that interview was with, is some local fucking dude out there in Vegas. He mentioned that he mentioned social media again. He mentioned all the conspiracy theories on social media and how they're all bullshit and all that sort of stuff. So they did mention it. So they were paying attention to a point. And maybe there was a reason to pay attention to a point. But, you know, at this right now, I don't think they give a fuck. You know, when videos are getting 30 views, maybe 100 sometimes, they don't fucking care. You know, nobody gives a shit about this stuff anymore. And, you know, with all the damage that was done within this community and shit, we killed it. We destroyed it. You know, when you have people interviewing actual witnesses and then later going back and slamming those witnesses, talking shit about them, when those people actually, I mean, this is something that drives me nuts, and it always will, you know, because this was a major fuck up by certain people that really don't want to take responsibility for their bullshit. But, you know, when you're interviewing somebody who was actually there at this event, who, you know, did witness something like this, you know, and you come back later and you call them a liar and you start fucking destroying them, and you're the one, they gave their time to you. They gave, you know, their interview to you. And then all of a sudden you come back later and say, oh yeah, they were fucking lying. And I can prove it. Look at this. Look at what they said and all this bullshit, man. I mean, that's fucked up. That is seriously fucked up. So, you know, why is anybody going to watch this shit? Why does anybody fucking care? You know, why would an outsider looking in, you know, come on, see a video about fucking some guy that has a YouTube channel that's on a lake, you know, and everybody talking shit? Why the fuck is anyone going to care about that? Nobody fucking cares. Nobody knows this fucking guy. So you're not going to get any outsiders coming in, looking in, you know, and nobody wants to hear that shit. Nobody cares. Yeah, I know it did. Yeah, I think I know where that's at. I think I know exactly where that's at. And yeah, doesn't matter, I guess. It's in that casino. We don't have timestamps on any of this. Oh, there we go. Now I'm curious who that guy is. But, yeah. Didn't talk much. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, how much do you talk to complete strangers at a fucking casino? If you're, I mean, we had him shaking hands with some of the hosts and stuff like that. You know, I mean, we got pictures of him. He's not reclusive. I mean, it doesn't seem like he's reclusive. Now, this scene right here, man, are you gonna talk to this person in the elevator? Are you really gonna reach out? Hey, man, how you doing? How the hell are you? good to be here, man. You like the Mandalay Bay? You having a good time? You gambling a little bit? You winning? How the fuck you? No, dude, you ain't gonna do that. Nah, you're gonna sit there and, you know, fold your hands and wait for your elevator to get there. Yeah, we know nothing about her, right? So, what are we doing? Okay. What the fuck? He booked a trip for her. All right, so maybe that's true. Maybe that's true. Gave her $150,000 to spend. Really? Is that what he did? Is that where we're going with this? Is that what we're saying? You know, where's the evidence in that? What's that about? I love how all these people are smiling and laughing like this is a big joke, you know. Yeah, it's these people are getting their 5 seconds of fame. Dude, some people without money are very weird. I mean, that's just the way it is. But yeah, high limiter. That's bullshit. You know, we see him hugging a cocktail waitress. Or, well, she may not have been a cocktail waitress. She may be in the what do you call it? The attendants, the slot attendants. I guess, you know, not necessarily some you want in journalism, but, you know, whatever. Okay, yeah, that kind of adds up. Yeah, just dum dum dum. Yeah, see, I'm wondering. Wow, that was weird. Started playing some Tim Pool right there. I don't know why, but yeah. So see, we got all the pictures of him in the elevators taking his own bags up. I wonder if that was the original plan, and Wynn blew that out of the water by talking about service elevators, making them show the service elevators. All right. See, yeah, I'll probably go watch this thing. Will I do it live? I don't know, man. I don't know if I want to deal with the copyright stuff. But I might. I'll watch it, and I'll see if I can talk over it enough to actually deal with that, you know. But we'll see. Anyways, I'm out of here. I think that's. I just want to show again. If you want to check that out, yeah, if you want to check that out, all you got to do is type that into a search engine and add HLN after it, because lies, crimes, and videos will probably come up with a lot of stuff. It'll give you a couple options where to watch it. You know, it's season 2, episode 2. It's called a Massacre on the Strip, I believe. And hey, you can watch it. All you got to do is, you know, go on YouTube and, you know, sign up for a free trial, watch it, and, you know, just make sure you cancel that trial if you don't want to pay money to YouTube, because honestly, $64 a month is not worth it. I mean, that's a money grab for YouTube, man. That's stupid. So I think it'd be foolish to pay $64 to YouTube for anything. But anyways, I'm out of here. You know, have fun with that and stay safe out there.